longer a threat to him. The sand cat only looks like a pet that accidentally drifted into the desert. This is a wild and very ferocious predator, which is tempered by sultry winds and is not afraid of the fiercest heat. There is not enough food in the desert, so those who hunt there have become real masters in their field. And this kid is no exception. The horned desert viper is a dangerous reptile whose venom can easily cope not only with this cat, but also with a much larger animal. In addition, moving through the hot sand made the horned viper especially agile. Firstly, she knows how to crawl sideways, carefully making sure that the relatively small area of contact on her body with the surface does not cause her any inconvenience. In addition, she learned to hiss with the help of her whole body. It has relatively small scales, and when the snake is irritated, it curls up in half rings and rubs the curves of the body against each other, giving out a sound that resembles a loud hiss. Its scales are like fine sandpaper, so this snake is one of the few well-protected legless reptiles. And finally, she can literally burrow herself into the sand in 100 seconds so that she becomes almost invisible. Not a bad arsenal, don't you agree? But the sand cat doesn't care about that. It's unclear where the internet came from in the desert, but the predator acts exactly according to the precepts of Ariana Grande. I want it, I got it. The cat saw the snake, and the cat goes on the attack. Zero hesitation, zero reflection. The viper is no less severe and immediately goes into battle. Because of the habit of moving sideways, she has particularly well-developed lateral muscles, with which she shoots her head with poisonous teeth. This makes the throw of such a reptile especially dangerous. But the cat seems to be synchronized with the viper. Just look, it seems that he starts jumping away even before the snake rushes to attack. It is unclear whether the cat has some kind of telepathy or was able to recognize the impending blow by the minimally noticeable tension of the snake's body. But it looks impressive. If a person had such a reaction, he could dodge a bullet, instinctively calculating its trajectory by the position of the barrel of the gun. When a sand cat hits a snake, it strikes blows that should drive the snake out of itself and make it spend a lot of energy on defense. But it's not like that. It turns out that even such fast sand cat strikes are a very dangerous weapon. Thanks to incredibly sharp claws, he opens the scales of a snake like a knife opens a can of canned food. Thanks to this, the viper loses its strength even faster and becomes a tasty prey for the predator. The most common domestic cats are often underestimated when it comes to fighting snakes. Not only rodents, but also reptiles were the prey of the most common domestic cats. These brave animals, even after thousands of years of living next to a person in relatively comfortable conditions, seeing a snake, most likely will not run away, but on the contrary, they will take the fight and attack themselves, even against a cobra. Although cats, unlike mongooses, have no resistance to poison, they bravely fight using virtually the same tactics as lions and leopards. Constant attacks with paws at different angles, lightning-fast return of the paw after hitting the snake so that it does not have time to bite, attempts to pull the enemy, stretch by the tail, so if you also have such a little hunter at home, treat him with respect. Who knows? Maybe, while you're sleeping, he saves you from uninvited legless guests who often crawl into human homes. In general, cats are considered special pets for a reason. Their hunting instincts have not lost their sharpness at all for thousands of years next to a man. According to statistics, those domestic cats that go outside of homes and walk around the city hunt not only often, but also successfully. They have a higher percentage of caught prey than the panthers. At the same time, they do not necessarily hunt weaker animals. Cats catch large birds, rats, which can fight back even medium-sized dogs. And also cats attack snakes. At the same time, it is not hunger that pushes them, but the desire to fight, and perhaps territorial instinct. Cats recognize snakes as a potential threat, and instead of running away, boldly go into battle so as not to be caught off guard later if the snake crawls too close unnoticed. Sometimes cats can bring home their prey. And if it's a snake, then the owner is in for a real shock. Just look at this cat. He does not understand at all why his prey caused such a storm of emotions. For him, a fight with a poisonous snake is an ordinary Tuesday. But the most shocking thing is the behavior of ordinary domestic cats in a fight with snakes. Most other cats, even large panthers, attack the snake with their paws, and when the reptile rushes in response, they retreat and pull their limbs. But the most ordinary domestic cat acts the opposite way. It waits for the snack to attack, and instead of jumping away, it hits back on the fly. That is, he meets the snake's head with his paw. The cat acts with incredible accuracy and manages to strike from above or from the side, away from the poisonous teeth, so that the snake is forced to retreat. So the next time you watch an action game where a warrior hits or catches arrows, know that domestic cats are really capable of something very, very similar. The first look at this kitten makes the heart beat faster because of the experiences. And I want to help the baby, whose neck is wrapped around a snake. It seems that this cold-blooded, nasty reptile will eat a little more from the kitten. Relax. If anyone needed help here, it was the snake. Even a very young domestic kitten managed to grab her by the head. Yeah, she wrapped her arms around his neck and torso, but this is already in agony. The kitten not only overcame the snake, but also does not want to share the prey at all, so he refuses help and goes away